Hi everyone, I'm William, but you can call me Bill, and I'm starting this channel to take you on my financial journey to retirement. First of all, I would like to thank you for even checking out my video. As you can see, I'm not a young man, but I want to show people that even if you're older like me, you can still achieve your financial goals. And if you're younger, I want to show you that anything is possible. I want to show you the things I do along the way that can both help show you what to do and what not to do to be able to meet these financial goals. First, a little background on me. I recently turned 46 years old and have spent 19 years as a respiratory therapist in the military. I am married with 5 children that range from 20 all the way down to 6 years old. I will be retiring from the military in less than a year and will be working as a respiratory therapist afterward in the civilian world. My goal is to work until I'm 57 years old at the oldest, so that'll be 10 years after I retire from the military. I want to be able to retire for good. Currently, I'm doing food delivery services for extra money. Uh, I do both DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I take most of that money and I invest it in stocks. I'm currently living in California, but I'm from Arkansas, and when I retire from the service, I will be moving back to Arkansas. That's where my homeland is, and that's where I love to be. I'm sure these videos will evolve over time, but my plan is to go over what I'm doing each day to move closer to these goals. I'll be going over the mistakes I've made in the past that have kept me from getting closer and the mistakes I might make in the future that'll keep me from getting closer to these goals. I plan to take you along with some of my DoorDash and Uber Eats deliveries on occasion and to go into the stocks that I'm currently invested in and plan on investing in. I want this channel to help hold me accountable, to help me reach my mission and my goals. And I hope that it can be of value to other people to help them reach their goals. So without further ado, let's look and see where I currently stand on my financial journey. So I started this portfolio on March 31st of 2020. Um, Up to this point, I didn't really have any savings that much to speak of. I didn't have anything but a little Roth account that I put like $100 a month into, and I only had a few $1,000s in that. So to say I was behind is an understatement. So I opened up an account with Robinhood, and I opened up an account with Schwab, and I bought my first stocks, which is actually a few mutual funds. I put a few $100s in that, and I began to start studying and to start learning what I could as far as stocks go. Tried to learn how to invest as best I can. I watched videos, YouTube videos. I, Googled things and Googled the best way to do this stuff and so forth. And I've just feel like I've just gotten better and better over time. Starting out with not much money, I would just buy a stock here and a stock there, and what today doesn't look like much, but to me, back then, a few stocks, a few $100s in a stock was a whole lot. So it's been kind of a slow and steady progress for me for basically the last year and a half. So I started these accounts, and I made this spreadsheet to help me keep up with what I was doing and how I was doing. And I made plenty of mistakes along the way with them. But I've done a lot of things right along the way too. And I've just continued to learn, and I still continue to learn, and I still make mistakes here and there. But the goal is to keep improving and to keep, minimize the losses and from everything I've invested of a little over $12,000. I've invested almost $54,000 total, so that gives me a gain, both unrealized and realized, of a little over $23,000, and that gives me a percentage profit of a little over of almost 43%. So that's pretty I would say that I've done pretty well to be able to have a 43% gain. The money that I invest in here comes almost solely from DoorDash and Uber Eats. Um, I usually go on my off time about 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days, but usually 5 days a week. And I probably average about $600 to $700 a week is what I make. And I will invest $500 of it, and I will take the rest and either pay bills or put it in my savings account. Usually I put it into savings. Next, we have the list of stocks that I currently own. We start out on the spreadsheet with the ticker symbol, the name of the stock, where that stock, which account that stock is located in for me. So we have, for instance, just my regular account, then we have my Roth account, and down lower I have some where my Robinhood stocks are. After that, we have the current share price of the stock. Then we have my current cost basis of the stock. We have my percentage, either gain or up or down on the stock. We have the money total that I'm up or down on the stock. We have the date that I actually started the first time I bought that stock, how much money I've invested total in the stock, and the amount of shares I have total in the stock. While I have 3 different accounts, I pretty much treat them as just one account. As you can see, most of the stocks that I have in more than one of the account. There's only a few of them that I don't have in all the accounts. So as I said before, my plan is over time to go over each of these stocks. Obviously, I wouldn't do them in one video, but take a stock here and there and go through it, give my reasons and that I've bought said stock and my plans with said stock. And anytime that I buy or sell, to go over each of those and let you know my reasoning for that. Most of the time, I usually just add to a position that I already have. But if I open a new position, I will give the reason for that and, what that stock is and so forth. I usually get my money from DoorDash and Uber Eats on Tuesdays, so that's usually when I do most of my buying. Occasionally, if I've sold a stock, I'll then buy again. I usually reinvest it right away. So if I sell a stock, I'll do it on a different day than Tuesday, but most days that I invest are usually going to be a Tuesday. Anytime you guys might have a question about a stock or want some information about one of them, feel free to leave. If you guys ever have any questions, want more information or reasoning, or if you have any suggestions for me about any stocks or anything else that might come up on this channel, feel free to leave those in the comments and I'll try to reply as best I can to them. Well, that's all I have for this video today, guys. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or any suggestions for me, and I'll be back with a new video as soon as possible. Thank you.